All right, good morning. I'm 62. If this looks good enough for you, this is the workout I do darn near every other day, every week out of the year. I don't change a whole lot. I may add exercises here or there, try to confuse your muscles a little bit, but this one is pretty standard. I'm gonna add a couple things that I do. I did have a hip replacement in 2018, so you will see a couple of those exercises, which include some abdominal work, but those are mostly for my hip flexors. So we'll get started. Again, the part that I do over here, initially is mostly for my hips, and then we'll get into the major part. You know I've started my real workout when I get to the relentless row. All right, here we go. I got this already set up, and we'll go ahead and start on my hip flexor abdominal exercises. Key here for me is I do like to do the hip flexors, and then think about on your bottom, you're thinking about rotating it under. Basically, trying to squeeze your belly button up against your sternum. In this, I will just do about as many as I can until I start feeling the burn. All right, we'll get right into the hips. This is my replaced hip in 2018. Trust me, there's some weight on that. You'll see if I pull this thing with my arm, you can see I'm pulling pretty good. Back into some abs. Making sure again, trying to tuck under, pulling some with the flexors, pulling a lot with the stomach. All right, get the other muscles in my hips that I haven't done yet on the other side. By the way, this is a balanced body with an adjustable footboard. And by adjustable, it means that this can move all along. It's great for different exercises, as you'll see. All right, last abs. Hip flexor exercise. Just remember, somebody in your household or you have a Pilates machine, you don't have to do all those goofy exercises with your legs and arms all over the place like you're in a trapeze. Pretty much any exercise you can do with a free weight, you can do on one of these tables also. I'll get this out of the way. Last of the warm-ups. Go ahead and get this. I've got all my springs on now. They're basically all 2 greens, 2 reds, 1 blue, all in the furthest back. I like to do a little bit of back warm-up. Out to the sides. This simulates a pretty good bent over row. You can do lawnmower simulations, or it simulates a good cable pull. It's also a good warm-up for the biceps. Then, get some bicep curls in. Like I said, there's not an exercise I think you can do with a free weight that you probably can't do with this machine. All right, pretty decent warm up there. We'll get right into the relentless rope. I'll do this until my breathing gets up, or for pretty close to about 2 minutes. Easy at first, because again, we're kind of still in the warm-up phase. So we're not trying to do anything hard. I'm not trying to grip super hard. I am doing a pretty decent reach. Again, getting that shoulder warmed up as you're bringing your arms up. But you don't want to go too fast. Your elbows are still warming up. Shoulders are still warming up. Back's getting loose. You got to be careful here too. It's a good way to get tennis elbow if you start in on this first day and just go to town. If you do that for a week, you're going to have tennis elbow. If you're new to this, you've got to give your hands time to get used to grabbing onto this rope. All right, feel like my breath's up a little bit there. We're about 6.5 minutes in. Take a slight breather. We'll get right under our shoulders. And again, shoulders. It's all about picking a weight that you can move without straining yourself. So you want to be able to take it, come up to the side, and hold. From the front. We're not swinging them. All right. Next thing is an easy bicep curl. I like to use the bar for the first ones because again, I'm still kind of getting my arms warmed up. Not too heavyweight. Do about 10 or 20 of these. Again, I don't do almost anything heavy. And if you think this looks good enough for you, it works. Stay well in control. All right, that's 10. Now what I'll do, I do a little bit of bench. Again, you're gonna look at this and go, you're not lifting anything heavy, and you're right. There's no need. I just want to look good. I don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is 70 plus. Doesn't look too bad, I guess, but I don't want to look like a younger him either. So these, keep your elbows a little bit tucked in. Don't want them out. Slow and steady. Don't go down too far. This is still a warm-up. Again, I'll keep saying it, all these beginning exercises, we're still in the warm-up phase. Only 9 minutes in. Now, this will be kind of a combination, do some bench press, as well as do some shoulders. So we'll get a little bit of bench. It's a little bit over in the second. Nice part about the adjustable foot board. Combination between military, tucked in, and being out, which I don't like. So just slightly out. Just gives you the last burn for whatever you didn't knock out over there. Now a little bit for the shoulders. Again, we'll make these easy. And I have injured my shoulders before. And it can take a year to come back. All right, that's one round through, 10 minutes, 34 seconds. Grab a quick drink of water. Right back into it. I rarely rest more than a few seconds.
Sorry, I didn't skip this.
Probably do a few extras here this time. I guess you know you can consider the way I work out to be mostly about endurance. Again, I don't need bulk. I just need functional and to be able to look, you know, decent around the pool. That's all we're looking for. I'm not joining any bodybuilding clubs. All right. More of the bicep curls. Change this up a little bit over here now. Same exercise to start. Nice long, straighter arms to begin with. Just kind of pulling it down. faster than we were the first time. Get up here, and now it's going to be mostly like pulling with your biceps a little. A little faster again. Heart rate's going up. Now a little tricep. Feel the burn, you're not doing it right. That is tough. Heart rate's not quite registering, but I can tell you, it's up there. All right, back into shoulders. All right, next bicep exercise. Sometimes I'll go up to my 40s. Most of the time, I will do my 35s. Reason behind that is if you don't really warm up well, for me to go to 40s, I will sometimes get a little pain going up through here. It's just a little bit much for me right now. If it's not for you, by all means, go as heavy as you want. So what I normally do here is I'll start with my 35s, and then I'll do 25s. Next time through, I'll do my 25s and my 30s and my 20s. All right. So here we go. Things around. Try not to get crazy with your back movements. Already lost count. I'll do one more. Now here's where I believe you should go to failure. Failure with those would be hard for me because it's a fine line between the last good rep and failure. So I like to step down a weight. All right. Again, if you try this and you're not feeling it yet, you're probably doing something wrong. We're right at 17 minutes. In the bench again. Schools of thought, high reps, maybe overuse injuries, heavy weight, maybe just an injury. So again, be careful. Make sure you get plenty of rest on your off days. Here we kind of extract the last little juice left from doing our bench press, using these push-ups. All right, little shoulders. Also get your triceps a bit. Now, I'm going to guarantee you there's going to be people on the internet that go on this workout is bogus. But if it works, right? Don't believe what everybody's telling you. Find something that works and just stick with it. It's really all that matters. All right, back to the rope. We are at 18 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. We're back over here. If any of you notice, sometimes here towards the end, you can actually do more reps than when you started. It's because those old muscles need time to get ready. All right, I'm going to skip the bicep this time because we'll get the last of it that we got left in us when we work through on the bicep curls. All right, here we go. Anyone like to get one of these? Torque Fitness sells them. You got it mounted. I've got a 2x12 up there mounted into my drop ceiling. Works really nicely. Had to remove a couple ceiling tiles, but I really love this thing. Lots of different exercises besides these that we do here, and I will do those on different days. You can figure out ab exercises, all sorts of stuff. Squats. I mean, you name it, you can figure out something to do with this. All right, now the pulls. Again, a lot of bicep here, a lot of back. And you tell me, can you see my back working there? You can see your stomach working, and everything's working on these. All right, down into your tries. I usually don't rest in the beginning, but you finish that, it's pretty aerobic, pretty anaerobic. You got to get a couple of breaths in. All right, we'll pick up our 30s. We'll do the last of our, excuse me, we're gonna do our shoulders. I think I'm ready to be done. All right, again, nice and easy. right. Now we'll grab them 30s. These I can do together. 35s have a little harder time with balance. Down to the 20s to failure. All right, take a little drink of water. Back into bench. We are at 24 minutes. I know a lot of you are asking, what about legs? I get legs on my hit days and on my off days from this. All right, last of the shoulders. All right, we get a lot of tricep and everything else. I usually like to finish up with a little tricep to failure. I do that down here. Leave the weights where they're at. Feet over the back of the movable footboard. Shoulders locked in. And then triceps. Already kind of tired. You feel like that. Now if we go down to the next set of straps, make it just a little bit easier. And then let our feet help just a little. All right. That is the weight workout. That's 26 minutes, 48 seconds. Again, if this is good enough for you, that workout works. You don't have to do anything crazy. All right, we're gonna finish up with some ab work. We'll come on over here. A little light on this one. Make sure we can see everything where I need to be. All right. So again, we're at 27. Usually I can finish everything over there in under 30. And then if any of you have followed my ab workout series, we do all of our ab work in about 5 minutes. Get these weights out of the way. These are my wife's. Everybody can see me. All right, now we're gonna get a different timer on. And for those that know it, we're gonna start with a 5-minute plank. Or excuse me, 2-minute plank, 5-minute timer. Yeah, that would have been something else, a 5-minute plank, especially after the workout. You may even see this one will start getting a little shaky. It tends to do that because your shoulders They are getting tired, biceps are tired, back's a little tired, all that's involved here. Yeah, my ab workouts, it's 30 days to rock hard abs or rock bottom flab. It's basically 5 minutes of what we're doing here today, different days. If you do get to day number 2, just cut me some slack. Try to get creative. But give that a try. Again, you don't need videos to be able to do this. If you just do 5 minutes a day and do these exercises like we're gonna do today, that covers you. That just kind of gives you a guided training, somebody to do it with. So, you know, give it a watch, why not? All right, we got about another 55 seconds of this to do. I'm already starting to feel it in my shoulders. Because we did the hip exercise today, I can feel a little bit in my abdominals. I'm gonna try not to get shaky on you, but I can already feel it. Can't do the 2 minutes, do a minute, do 30 seconds. Take a little break, get back in it. 23 seconds left to go. All right, 2-minute plank. Now we're gonna grab our 25, do some Russian twists. Oh yeah, we'll be feeling all this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Puts down to 1:55. We will do some windmills. Not very many, just a few till we get good and tired. Get that out of the way. All right, here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can hear my stomach. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. All right, 22 seconds left to go. Let's just do some of these. Gotta reach, 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 reach. Think about sternum to your belly button. 7 seconds. Sternum to your belly button. 5 minutes. All right. Anyone think it doesn't work? I don't know. I think it works. Watch this, make variations for the equipment you have. If you'd like to see a particular workout done a certain way with or without certain equipment, let me know. I can give you a whole workout to do on that Pilates machine, whole workout you can do on that relentless rope, nothing but free weights or nothing but body weight. Drop me a comment and we'll keep putting those videos out. Again, if you're over 40, 50, 60, this is the place to be. Thanks for watching.